Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mike again. Um, this is day 9 after ACL surgery, and I just want to update you on kind of what I've went through since the surgery. Um, the first the first couple days after surgery were the roughest in terms of pain and just not being able to sleep and just dealing with the whole situation. I was pretty immobile, stuck in bed, and that definitely wasn't too fun. I started actually having a lot of back aches, which was almost worse than the knee pain, just because I was lying in bed so much the first, you know, I would say like 4 or 5 days after the surgery. So I'm on day 9 now. It's Friday. I had the surgery last Wednesday. So I'm much more mobile now. I mean, I can get around on the crutches without um, dealing with too much swelling, because the first 5 days you really have to keep your knee elevated and iced a lot because of the swelling. So now I think it's kind of had a little bit of time to heal, and I'm able to stand upright for longer periods of time. I'm not supposed to put a whole lot of pressure on the knee. My physical therapist told me I can put weight on my leg if I use crutches and the knee brace in a locked straight position. So that's kind of like the next progression I've made. Um, I do have some updates in terms of exercises they recommended, because I did meet with a physical therapist yesterday, and she gave me some new tips and exercises for the next stage of my rehab. So if you do ever have this surgery, you're gonna realize that you're gonna start having some real atrophy in your leg, which means the muscles start to shrink because you're not using them. So quad is probably the worst one. Your calf muscle, probably the hamstring too, but I really notice it in the quad that the muscle is just, it's really hard to activate. So I can actually show you here, because on the I think it was the 5th day after surgery, the surgeon recommended I took off the wrap. So the wrap kind of protected the area, compressed it, and now I was able to take it off, and now I can pretty much shower without using a bag over my leg. So I can kind of show you here the situation. So they asked me to leave on all the tape over the actual incision holes. I think these are incisions too, but they're really small and they're pretty much healed at this point. So not really doing much with those, but I mean, you can see both knees. This one is much more swollen. Um, I'm supposed to be able to, let me switch the camera here. I'm supposed to be able to get this leg as straight as this one, but so let me put it down. This is a new development. My physical therapist told me to always support this leg with your other foot when you're moving it down. You don't want to do what I was doing in the previous video, which is just lifting this up with the heel off of the ground, because then the weight of this leg is actually causing stress on the new graft. So you don't want to do that. But yeah, I can kind of show you comparison here. This is a good knee, obviously, and you can see it's definitely, this is like really poofy right over here, right here, and I would say a lot of the pain is actually down in here. And you'll notice after surgery, I mean, you can see the atrophy. Like, look how big this calf is compared to this one. It's just like shrinking. You'll get a lot of when I noticed that when I took off the wrap, I was getting a lot of basically numbness around the knee. So like all around here, on the sides, and then going all the way down almost to here. So basically completely numb. But that's actually coming back now. I can tell that I'm starting to get feeling upper. This is actually, I can feel this now. Up here, not so much, but that's something you're going to experience. So lift this back up. Some of the exercises they want me to do include gravity hangs, where you put your heel I should probably push this out a little more. You put your heel on something like that, and then you just let your knee hang. I'm supposed to do this, I think, 3 sessions of 5 minutes each. And you don't want to do it for too long because they did take a hamstring tendon or ligament, not sure difference. I know there is a difference, but they did use a graft for my hamstring, so it's weakened and it's still healing, so they don't want me to do this for too long, but they did say that it's really important to get both legs very straight. And this is about as straight as I can get right here, right now. As you can see, the knee is much higher than that one. I mean, that's completely straight, and that one, if I rest it, let's see how far it goes. It's actually not too far off. Maybe if the swelling was down, it would look pretty close, but so that's one of the exercises. You also want to do glute squeezes, so you're basically squeezing the muscles on the back of your legs and your butt, basically, to kind of keep them strong. So you basically squeeze, hold for 10 seconds, and release. 10 reps of that, and you're supposed to do it like 5 times a day. So that's just to keep the muscle strong, because you're going to need hip muscles, you're going to need glute muscles, quad, hamstring. All your muscles kind of support the knee. And all these exercises are taught to help you, retain muscle strength and, just get your strength back, because, once all the swelling goes down and the knee starts to recover, you really can't walk without the brace until you have that muscle to support the knee. So other exercises they want me to do include you can assume that I had the straight brace on. It's actually in the other room, but you would do leg lifts like this. Assume this leg is not here, just by itself. Assume this is the leg with the brace, just up and down like that. This is with the brace in a locked position, and that will really help activate the quad muscle. So you of course do that with this leg. Other ones are heel slides. So I can actually show you here. Move this over to this side. And this is probably one of the more painful ones, but you got to start sliding your heel back and supposed to try to get to 90 degrees within the first 2 weeks. So I'm at day 9. By day 14, I should be getting to 90. So, and then when you get to the point of the tightest point, that's when you can kind of move your foot like that and up. And then when you move it up, you can definitely feel it gets even tighter. So do that, go back a bit, come back again, like this. That really hurts. And this is like rock right now. This big bulge right here, this is like the swelling. It's really keeping the knee super tight. But hold it, release, come up again, pretty much as far as you can go. I don't even know if I'm getting a 90, but it looks like I might be almost there. Hold it, move up the heel, down. You really want to keep moving. That's one of the more painful exercises. So the physical therapist did say that is not as important as getting the knee straight like this one, because that's apparently the most important thing you can do after the surgery is get the full extension back, because then if you get the full extension, then you won't limp. If you can't extend fully, you're going to be limping. So really got to try to get it straight. Keep doing the exercises. They have me icing now. Instead of doing it like the first 3 days, it was 24 hours a day basically of icing with the ice machine. But now it's more like 30 minutes a day times 3 times a day. Although the physical therapist told me that I can ice even more than that, maybe like 6-7 times a day. Ice for like 30 minutes and let it thaw. The thawing process is really important because that's what gets new blood back into the knee. So you ice it, kind of get the swelling down, and then let it thaw. And then that'll get new blood rushing in there, cleaning out all whatever is in there. That's what she told me yesterday. So that's going to be pretty important to do. Other exercises she has me do include this one, which is really hard to do actually, but you're supposed to take a small towel roll like this, put it under your knee, and activate the quad. So you kind of push your knee down into the towel roll, and the reason why you put the towel roll there is because you don't want to overextend that new graft. Well, they actually cut the graft from the hamstring, so you don't want to put too much stress on it. So that's why she has you put the towel roll, but you want to really activate the quad. I mean, you can see this leg. Okay, that's fully activated. That's about as much as I can get there. I don't know if you're able to see that. Hold it for 10 seconds, release. I think it's 5 or 10 seconds. Hold, activate that quad, release. Hold, and you're really supposed to try to focus on small, controlled squeezes of the quad, because actually when I'm doing this, I'm really activating a lot of other muscles. I'm trying to activate the hamstrings, I'm using my calf, but really she told me just really focus on getting a good squeeze on the quad, which is quite hard for me to do because it's really a brain thing. So just really getting that muscle activated. And I do have a TENS machine, which is, I can show you in the next video, but it's basically these little pads that you put on here with wires, and you can activate the muscle. But because of the numbness I'm having, I really don't want to, I tried it and it just felt really weird, so I stopped. So also I asked my surgeon about I think it's called a EMT machine or something. It's basically a machine you put your leg in, and it automatically bends it and extends your leg very slowly, like for hours on end. But he said that's actually not recommended anymore, so that's an update from the last video. So yeah, that's basically a lot of it. Another thing you want to do, another exercise, is keep keep the blood flowing by moving. Let me get this out of here. You want to keep the ankle, go like this, extend, and just keep moving. I'm doing it with my left, but will keep my left leg strong as well to do everything with both, because I'm still just chilling here most of the time with this leg as well. But that kind of will prevent blood clots, they're telling me. So go like that, like that, like that, like that. And you really want to do that, I don't know, every few minutes, she was saying. So, and I think that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you guys this update to show you what it's like about 9 days after an ACL surgery. I am much more mobile now. I can move around in my crutches. I was able to go run an errand yesterday, taking an Uber somewhere. I went to the hospital with the Uber, came back. I can't really drive yet because I don't know why I can't, but basically I'm supposed to keep my leg completely extended anytime I'm moving around somewhere, so it's kind of hard to drive with the leg completely straight. Hopefully in the next week or two I'll be able to get back on the road and do stuff. So yeah, this is just my next update, and I'll see you guys maybe in another week or so and let you know if there's any new developments. See ya.